It wouldn't really bother me if I haven't got commentators. I'll just watch it like I would in the live audience. So I think that's something they should think about, but maybe not for all of them. But certainly the big ones, like they do, and when they go overseas would be pretty good, like Germany and places like that. I just think they should just put it on the hard cam and just film it, and you watch it, and it's not going to cost you as the consumer anymore. So you're not that bothered about the presentation of it. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for that. I think if they're going to actually put these events on, what's the difference if they actually show it on the network? I think it's good. It's a little bit of options for people there to actually watch something different. I don't really think that the whole commentary thing will be that much of a problem anyway. The technology we have these days, it's just be so easy for them to just dub over it a little bit of commentary here and there, and that could also be a good way for them to give some other younger kind of people trying to get into the commentary a bit of experience. If they have people there, let them on this little project. It's not exactly something people are going to be flocking to in their masses to see on the network, but it's a nice option there to have.
Yeah, plus you could even use YouTube more, air it on YouTube live, those stream, get more people watching it that don't normally watch it, just little things. But yeah, I mean, if they pump the crowd up, you'd get a good atmosphere anyway, especially at live shows. So yeah, I don't really see a problem with that. But yeah, it's a good point. He's put on it at the end, PS, will you both be watching it? I'll probably check out, if it is only an hour, I'll probably have a watch of it. I won't be watching it live or anything, but I'll have a look at it, that's for sure. Interested to see it, but I certainly won't be too mad about it. So yeah, that's as it is. Also, just want to throw out there that tonight we are on live on Tuesday here. That for anybody that's interested, Jake the Snake Roberts, he's on the Joe Rogan podcast tonight. And I think that'll be quite an interesting watch for anybody that's interested in that. Check that out, because I think it'll be quite a good interview. DDP was on there a couple of months ago, and I know he set the interview up. Jake Roberts, always an interesting guy to hear from, in and out of the ring. Of course, he's had a crazy life in and out of the ring. Matt, so far, looking at we're coming to the end of the year. Seems like it's gone quite quick, really, for this wrestling WWE calendar. But TLC to come, Matt. Is this a throwaway pay-per-view for you, or do you think there's going to be more? This is worth sticking around for. Or is it all eyes now on the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I feel like we're really on the build to the Royal Rumble now. I mean, TLC is going to be fun, but a lot of the matches, they don't really sound inspiring, do they? Like Braun and Corbin, what's the point of that? And even Seth and Dean, I feel like Seth is on such a roll right now. It would be a shame to take anything away from him right now, because he's on a path to the top, and he could be like a good kind of Royal Rumble match for him in the future, especially if he holds his Intercontinental title, because he's been doing good work with that. It would be a shame. I mean, I know Dean's a good worker and he can carry that well, but I feel like now that AJ's gone, we've got to look towards people like Seth. He's like a real workhorse of the company.
Yeah, no, I agree. So yeah, much like Matt, I think TLC for me, I'm not really totally buzzing for that one. I think it is more along the lines now towards the Royal Rumble and starting that whole thing. But Survivor Series overall pretty enjoyable show. I'm kind of pleased about it. I know a lot of you guys were asking about us to talk about a little bit about Crown Jewel. To be honest with you, I thought the whole thing was a complete mess. I don't really have much to talk about it. I know a lot of people have been asking, why have WWE not mentioned Hulk Hogan? Again, it's just, there is no mention of Hulk Hogan. They didn't mention it on Raw. To me, it was a one-off gig for now. For the Saudi Prince or whatever they were doing it for. I think it was just particularly for that. I don't know what the hell it was all meant for. I don't know how he got to be the guy that was... What was he? The flipping... he was the host for some reason. It was just a bit like... I don't know. It just felt out of place. I mean, it really did. And the fact we haven't really heard from it, I think shows you that they're fine to have Hulk Hogan go to Saudi Arabia, but they're not fine for him to come back in the US soil. That's for sure. So yeah, I think that speaks volumes in itself. The standards that have been set there, to be honest with you. And again, most of what happened there was a complete shambles for me. Especially Shane McMahon winning was completely stupid. Kurt Angle going out in the first round, like his first singles match in over God knows how many years in WWE, and just lost it. I was like, that was a complete waste of time then. And yeah, there just wasn't a lot there for me. And you know, I feel like maybe Daniel Bryan and John Cena are good on them in a way for not going, because I don't think they would have been missing much, to be honest with you. And Daniel Bryan certainly hasn't, has he? He stuck to his guns, and I thought he was getting punished the week after, the way they were with him, but it seems like he's okay now. So yeah, I suppose the big thing is, Matt, if it's always one of those things, isn't it? If Daniel Bryan does hold the belt, and you know, you come round to the greatest Royal Rumble again next year, if he's got the belt, there's a good chance he won't have the belt by the time they go out there, isn't it? Because if he's going to refuse, I can't see him holding it that long at this point. But we'll see if maybe things change. Anything from you to say about the Crown Jewel pay-per-view itself, Matt?
Oh, you know, I think you summed it up pretty well then. What are my takeaways from it? Yeah, probably is Hulk Hogan and Shane McMahon, the best in the world. I can't wait to see that all-time great, like, WrestleMania pay-per-view.
I suppose
destined at some point, CM Punk versus
Oh.
Shane McMahon for the real best in the world title.
I suppose we should mention the fact that the DX Brothers of Destruction match. What did you make of that match, Matt? I haven't really asked you about it, but I didn't enjoy it at all.
I spent the whole match trying to get over Shawn Michaels' glaringly bald head. You know, I feel like some people it works and makes you look like a tough badass. Now, it probably works for Triple H, being the build that he is and the aggressive nature. But Shawn Michaels, it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I just can't get over it. And I'm kind of like...
Even Undertaker looked badass with it. With the Mohican thing he had going on, and you know, that's a strange one when you consider the Undertaker to have a crazy haircut like that, but even he looked better with it. But yeah, that took me out of it. You know, I was watching it and I was thinking, why am I watching this? This is something I should have been watching in the late 90s, and now I'm seeing it here. It was really surreal, and I felt like they were kind of like, they all put enough effort in. I'm not going to knock the effort, but I was surprised with how much Shawn Michaels was doing in it, to be honest with you. I thought he was, you know, maybe that was to make up for Triple H's injury, but yeah, I don't know. I think, does it tarnish his reputation? I don't know. I suppose it does a little bit for me, but you know, it's not a great way to remember him. Shawn Michaels with a bald head. So yeah, you know, to me it just had dollar signs all over it, and I hope not to see that again. To be quite honest with you, I didn't even enjoy the run up to it. I didn't even enjoy the whole DX thing. I thought it was just, you know, not good at all. And even the Undertaker and Kane promos was so cringy. Like, who the heck was writing that stuff? It was awful. So yeah, and unfortunately, you know, maybe that was just a spectacle for one person only, but certainly wasn't for the masses, because I don't think I ever want to see that again too soon. And of course, Triple H come out with quite a big injury there as well, Matt. He had to go through surgery and everything else, so you know, raises doubts, I suppose, over WrestleMania now for him. But I'm sure if there's anyone that can get back in time, it'll be him, and especially with the position he's in, he could probably make that happen more than others. So who knows? But again, I'd only really be interested in maybe a Triple H Shane match, to be honest with you. I'm not really sure there's a lot else I want to see either of those guys do at this point of their careers.
I think we'll put that down to like the fourth year in a row, maybe we've been saying that.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Thank you as always for listening, everybody. And certainly as we're coming towards the end of the year, we'll probably easily do another podcast for the end of the year. But we'll obviously stay tuned and keep our ear to the floor of what's going on at the moment in and around. Matt, you did go to a live show a little while ago on SmackDown. How was that? Was that a good one? What was some of the matches?
Like I say all the time, I definitely recommend going to live shows.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I kept it kind of a surprise to myself. I didn't even look up what to expect. I didn't even know if I was going to a WWE Raw one.
Oh, really?
I was going to a SmackDown one.
Yeah.
So when I got there and saw that it was a SmackDown one, I was like, oh, that's pretty good then.
Yeah.
Because usually they're Raw ones that come down this
Mm-hmm.
end of where we live. So, it was good. And saw Jeff Hardy, Nakamura, and there were some good matches there on that night, and the only downside was I was hoping to see Rey Mysterio, but I know he's working a limited schedule, so that was kind of wishful thinking. But I'd rather see that than I would see, because like the next time rolling around it's Raw and SmackDown, but I'm not too sold on that because there's a lot of waiting around.
Yeah, I always say
the
that.
quality of SmackDowns and Raws they're chucking out lately, and I'm not sure whether I want to invest £80 in that.
Plus the matches, they're never as intense as they should be. Sometimes it's almost just like I'm watching Raw from indoors. It's difficult. I mean, I always recommend someone, if you have never been to a Raw or a SmackDown, it's always good to go to as a first time. But I think if I was going to recommend anything, I'd say a live show easily over a TV show, because the TV, they're cutting commercials, they're putting advertisements, it's stop and start, as Matt said. And with the live show, it is really for the audience, it's not for TV. So there is a little bit better there for you. So, I've always preferred the live feel. And, of course, something else, of course, Matt Riddle, who we only saw say goodbye to Progress Wrestling a little while ago, he's well ingrained, isn't he, in the NXT at the moment. He made his debut on the TakeOver as well. So just goes to show how quick things can turn around for your career, Matt. But it seems like he's made a nice little start there so far.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying him as well. I mean, we saw him there, didn't we, just before he left for WWE.
Yeah.
So we've seen what he's like in person even, and he's definitely got something about him. I'm sure he's going to be a big star.
Are you surprised?
Background, which definitely helps.
Are you surprised they kept his gimmick and they letting him do the bro and the flip flops and that lot? Because that was a little bit of a concern to me. I was thinking they're going to get him and do something really weird, like make him into corporate Riddle or something stupid. Or is that going to come later?
Yeah, I heard all this that they wasn't sold on his like kind of gimmick and that. I mean, but really, is it really that bad? I mean, what's the closest thing to that? Zack Ryder,
Yeah.
And people seem to like him.
Yeah. I think if something's working in the indies, it's a good sign that it'll work on the mainstream. Most times. So I'm glad they've kind of let him. They've kept his name and fooled around. Because of course in the ring he's a legit tough guy, but this just kind of the character he's been creating by himself that he's been using. But one seems to enjoy it. But I'm kind of pleased that they kept it. I'm not sure whether Vince will be sold on it as much as maybe Triple H is allowing it, but who knows? We'll have to see by them. But good to see him in there. Above anything else. So thank you as always, Matt, for coming on the show and sharing your Survivor Series experience.
Not a problem at all. I mean, of course, I always love being on the show, and here's the TLC, hey? Let's see what surprises they throw our way.
Yeah, we'll
see. Shake up the road
I'm hoping
Royal Rumble.
I'm hoping SmackDown will bring maybe some enlightenment to me, that I might see something that I'm interested in a little bit more along the lines. Be interested to see what they do with Daniel Bryan at this stage, or whether it's just going to be a complete rematch with AJ. Who knows? Thank you for everyone who's been listening. Of course, if you want to email the show, comments or anything else, wrestleline@gmail.com. Until next time, folks, I've been John Scott. He's been Matt Essex. Have a good one.